You are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair on RLM Radio.
The girl of your dreams has got to be in some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit!
Get the point? Good.
And now?
Bend over.
Y'all ready for this?
We do it all night long.
And now, your host, Grammy.
Okay, can you hear me now? I hope. Grammy, can you hear me? Because things just shot and then now it's acting like it's going again. So let me know if you can hear. I had some dead air for a while. There I am. Computer locked up. Okay. I hope you can hear me. Can you? Can you? We've been having some issues out here, and so my computer didn't shut out right because electricity went out, and yeah. And it did that when I wasn't home. So, hey everybody. Oh shit, and guess what? It just froze up again. Or maybe it's just acting like it's froze up. Nope, I'm still going. So, I hope you can still hear me. Okay, and if not, well, I'm just SOL. But, oh, you can hear? Okay, thanks, B. Yeah, Opera is giving me some shit now. So, I don't know what the hell's going on. So, I guess I'm just not going to mess with Opera tonight. Opera! Ha ha ha! I know, over there on that effing site, I saw Grimmy over there, and I also saw T.D. Sanders, and I saw Estrella was over there for a while. Thank you, Free Enslaved. And Mary B. and Grimmy for giving me the thumbs up. Truly do appreciate it, you guys. And Moosey, tell that doctor that he can take that prick and shove it up his own ass. 'Cause, yeah, you're going to feel a little prick here. I'm going to give you a little prick, you sumbitch. It's going to be right up the old chocolate whizway, too, mister. Oh, well. So, come on. My Opera is being a poo-poo head. I don't know what's going on. Oh, well. In any case, so, on Twitter, hey there, hi there, ho there. Anybody that's over there on Twitter when it was working? It showed that I had 363 stalkers over there. I was not able to get into the Crush and Run chat. Opera was not allowing me in there, so I have no idea what's going on with my Opera this evening, but it is being a poo-poo head for some reason. I don't know what the hell. Now I've got the swirly of death going on. But Sam is still working, so hey. Yes, Moosey, docs are very brainwashed. That's the problem. You know, they go to medical school and they know ever so much more than we do because, well, you know, they're doctors and all. Just ask them, they will tell you that they know more than you do because they've been to school. And yet they look down their nose at chiropractors who actually go to, I believe it's at least 4 more years of school than your general practitioner. And sometimes 6 more years of school, depending on what all they get into. So, yeah, but they're a quack practor, and therefore, you know, and they have to learn about the whole system and how everything works together. You know, that toe bone's connected to the foot bone, connected to the ankle bone, connected to the, yeah, and all them nerves in the middle are all connected as well. And, oh, well, you just wouldn't understand. It's entirely too complicated. That's their story, and they're going to stick to it. So, in any case, yeah, they are smart. They are ever so smart. Yeah, right. Oh, well. Whatever. You know, if it comforts them to think that way. Come on, Opera. I want to get to my pocket. And the problem is, if, I could put the pocket on my Firefox, but I don't have, my password is clean across the room. And I'm on a leash. Damn it. Oh, well. So, I did see before Opera said douche, I did see that Mary B had checked in over on Facebook. Hey there, Mary B. How are you doing? And if you really want to give me static, come on over to the RLM chat, because, yeah, that's where I'm going to pretty much loiter, apparently, this evening. Because, yeah, I can't get the other one to open. Shit. And it's just really so much easier if I have the two browsers, because that way, I can just kind of have one open and then the other one open, because I only have one screen, because, well, I'm just too much of a tight ass to buy the proper equipment to be able to do two screens. See how I am? Okay. Guess what? I was able to reach. Let me see. Is it a Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday or what? I think it is. Oh, well. While I'm sitting here playing and trying to figure shit out, because my damn computer's being a pain in the butt, I suppose I'll say hey to everybody. So, Barman, right up top, thank you ever so much, Barman, for tweeting me as well. I did get to see that before Opera decided to do a douche. Also, I see Grimner is here, and Grimner is the RLM God, and I saw that Grimmy was helping IB Don C earlier today to get things set up over there on the red pill. Sweet! And I went over there and got told I was entirely too nice to be over there. And it's like, are you kidding me? Y'all don't know me very well, do you? Oh, well. What is that, Moosey Girl? There's a documentary. Sacrificial Virgins. Ah. Well, I am so glad that I don't have to worry about that anymore. What is that, Mary B? A lady died over there from the flu. Oh, God. Yeah, you'd be surprised how much of that happens. I have a question for you. How come you don't... Oh, where was this, my dear? Someone asking you about the... Was that at the doctor's office? Yeah, I've had people ask me why I don't believe in vaccinations or inoculations or any of that shit. And it's like, nope. We ain't going there. You some bitches put all kind of crap in there. In any case, okay, the Moose Girl is here. Moosey hasn't been in here and chatting for a while. She's been a busy girl, actually has a life. Got dandruff, some of it itches. I also see Asmodeus Asmo is here. Hey, Asmo, how you doing? And the lovely Beth Z. And she made it over to the red pill as well, just before I logged out of there. BTC Bob is here. Hey, Bob, how you doing? I keep getting the swirly thing. HPV vaccine. Yeah, and why in the hell do they want to give guys the HPV vaccine? Wasn't that supposed to be for girls? And I've actually watched video of it was a school down in Mexico where they came to give the girls the HPV vaccine, and the boys were enlisted in holding the girls down after they got their inoculation, because there were quite a few girls that had a very bad reaction, having seizures and all kind of crap. So, yeah, it's like, really? Seriously? And people are lining up and having their kids get injected with that shit? Just stop it already. If you don't know what's in it, don't put it in your body, whether it's in your mouth or through a needle. If you don't know what's in it, don't put it in your body. And don't take someone else's word for it, because, yeah, Moosey, kickbacks. Okay, back to saying hey. BTC Bob is here. Hey, BTC Bob, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're doing absolutely splendiferous. I also see wait a minute. Chalcedony. Yeah, I got to do this in order or I get totally febuddled. Hi, Chalcedony. And looky there, a double dipping a Chloe is over here, as well as Free and Slaved. Hi, Free. I am so glad that Fang is doing okay. And I was really sorry to hear about the neighbor's puppy. That's just not cool. Not cool at all. Damn it all. I also see I'm here, kind of, sort of, although I am having technical issues. But if I can make it through, then it's a good thing. No, there is not a sign on the door that says no girls allowed. And besides, I'm not a girl. I'm a Grammy. There is a difference. They tend to be racist, misogynist. There you go. And statists. Well, see, those kind of people, I like to go over and just kind of loiter over in the corner and watch them spew all of their spewage and just kind of sort of giggle. I'm kind of a trolley like that. Every once in a while, I will interject, but for the most part, it's just sit back and watch and see who I can piss off this time, and then step back again and watch. And sometimes it just HPV comes from genital warts and blokes. Thank you, Mary B. Yeah. So, if you have warts, you need to have that human papillomavirus inoculation. Whatever happened to Compound W? And have you noticed, has anybody ever looked to see what the death rates are from the human papillomavirus and from the inoculation? Because actually there are more people that have been harmed from that inoculation, harmed or killed by that inoculation, than have died from cervical cancer. So, yeah. Those numbers they're kind of sort of unbalanced. It's like, oh, wait a minute, we're going to give you this treatment that is way worse than the disease, but it's good for you. Trust us. We have MD behind our name. Yes, Moosey, I'll bet you it is a sterilization. Which, God, was that a Star Trek or was that Doctor Who? I don't remember now. I have so many random things running around in my brain. Oh, well. I did say hey to Free Enslaved, and I said hey to me, because kind of, sort of. I be Don C. Hi, Don. Give those puppies a little scratching behind the ear for me, please. I also see Java. Dr. 2 is in the house. Hey, Java, how you doing, hun? And JJ's is here. Hi, JJ's. How's things over in Scotland? Juana Taco is here. Oh, God. Oh, geez, Moosey. Yeah, and, but it's for your own good, hon. Yeah, you need that stuff. Oh, we're really sorry that your daughter died, but can you really prove? Can you prove? Of course, the statistics that you're using probably came from us, but you can't prove that it was what we injected your child with. It could have been something else. Assholeos. Oh, well. The lovely Rain is here. Rain, honey, thank you ever so much. I know I asked for rain. I've asked for it multiple times, and I think I kind of overdid, or you kind of overdid. No, I will not let my grandbabies get that. If I have any say about that, no. And I've had chats with my daughters. No HPV vaccine for my kids. I know, Grimmy. Go figure. Isn't it crazy? I saw a chat earlier today on Facebook. Some gal has a pinched nerve, and she wanted to know what people would advise her to do. And multiple people said, get surgery. And it's like, why? Why must you have surgery when all it takes is a little bit of realignment of the spine and allowing the inflammation to go down, which is what chiropractors do. And they also put you on an exercise regime. Sometimes it's physical therapy, sometimes it's yoga. But it is in order to help you get that movement back and help alleviate the inflammation that you got going on where you have nerve damage. And nerve damage does take longer to repair. You may as well figure on it taking a couple of weeks before you start feeling back to normal. But no, everybody jumps on that bandwagon and says, you got a pinched nerve, you got to have your back surgery and get those discs fused. You know, that is just so freaking moronic. I mean, why do you want to fuse the discs that are pinching your nerve? That means that forever now you're going to have that pinched nerve. Oh, wait, no, I'm starting to see the concept behind this. So forever you will have a pinched nerve, so forever you will need to take pain pills. Ah, never mind. Now I know. Never mind. Sometimes a little slow on the uptake here. Sometimes. Okay, who was I saying hey to? Oh, the lovely Rain. Yes, Rain. That first hour, Saturday afternoon when it started raining, we had 1.25 inches and it stayed raining all weekend long and into Monday. So it's very soggy out here. Very soggy. Oh, well. But out picking cukes or picking, well, I didn't pick any cukes over the yesterday. I did go out and pick, but I didn't pick any cukes. Okay. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to open a new tab. Yeah. And I'm going to go to Pocket. Find my Pocket. Son of a bitch. Okay, look in my other. I have passwords in books because I don't want to put them on the internet because, well, I just don't want to have somebody accessing my computer and getting into my Pocket, don't you know? Because they might see all the lint balls that I have in there. And that wouldn't be cool. Then they would know that I'm not very good at cleaning up my Pocket. I see, Free and Slave, that you got kicked out. That was just entirely too funny. You silly. Okay. Apparently, I don't want to open any other internet thingies. So, y'all are going to just have to put up with me. Because I don't have any other things that want to open up with my computer. What is going on here? Apparently, I'm going to have to shut down and reopen. So, yes, Free Enslaved, I saw you get the boot over there. Do you feel much better now? You silly, silly guy. Okay, back to saying hey. Where was I at? Rain. RLM Fluke is here, the Vanna White of the RLM channel. Hey, Flukey, how you doing, hun? I also see Rob Works is here. Rob, have you lit up the bubbler yet and passed it around? Because I'm sitting here freaking that my computer's being the shits with me. You know, this is going to be a totally boring Go there, Moosey. Go. Go, Moosey, go. Have fun with them. Drop an F-bomb or two. I didn't do that, damn it. I'm a slacker. Then again, I was at work, so yeah. What the hell? There's Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Okay. Tip Bob is here. How you doing, Tip? Hope you're having a splendiferous evening. I also see Trust No One is here, as well as Vinny. Vinny! Phantom is here. Once again, Phantom, thank you ever so much for the absolutely awesome intro that you gave me. And Beetle! Hey, Beetle! How's things? I also see Colfax 101 is here, as well as Dimma. And F-Chan X. Hi, F-Chan X. Please to meet ya, hon. Frumpy is here. Hi, Frumpy. Oh, wait. We do have another one, too. Hid F24H98FR39 ... Hi, Hid F. I also see Jehovah One, as well as Kozu. The lovely Miri B is here. Hi, Miri B. And Moi 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 is here, as well as Motley Alaskan. Hey there, Motley Alaskan. What? Oh, you barely got back in there? Honey, it probably was saying your nickname was already taken and you had to re-log in. Because it did that to me, too. Poxified is here. Hi, Poxified, as well as Pom Popon Sauce. And to round out the crew, just joining in. Hi, Slim Jim Flim. How you doing, sweetheart? Okay, y'all, you're going to have to give me something to talk about because I am obviously having all kind of browser issues. Let's see if I can get Opera to open this time. Nope. My computer is just being a poo-poo head with me. It's apparently not very happy right now. So, y'all are going to just have to deal with me just jibber-jabbering and chatting and reading what's in the chat because none of my other browsers will open. I'm SOL or all that other fun stuff. So, no, sweetie, I'm not in there anymore. Although I probably could go in there and piss people off. Let's see. Could someone please explain women to you? Oh, honey, how old are you? It's going to be a while. It's going to take just a bit. You know, even women can't explain women. So... Why? Because, well, you know, we could explain it to you, but then, well, we'd have to shoot you. Because, you know, that we can't have that info getting out. There is a rule book, though. Chapter 3, page 437. Yeah, that ought to clue you in right there. Okay. Shit. This just really... They appear illogical. Oh, Slim, honey. Appearing illogical is just half of it. Okay. This is going to be a really interesting show. No, appearances are not always wrong, Grimmy, but, you know, depends on how much shellac they put on their face. Some of them really plaster that stuff. Not me. Okay. Let's see, what else is going on? I don't have nothing. I can't open my other browsers. Oh, this just totally sucks. Okay, open a new tab. Give me a new tab. Come on, computer. Oh, hey. Oh, holy crap-a-noli. I got all kind of shit going on now. Yum. I got browsers open and right and left. What? Okay. Cannot. Okay, you might want to talk to an administrator. Okay. Let's see what this one is. Cannot, because you might want to talk to an administrator. Hey. Guess what? I'm back to Opera. How freaking weird was that? Okay. Oh, shit. I guess I can close that one too. Apparently, my computer... See, women are like computers, Slim Jim Flim. They do what they want, when they want, and there is absolutely zero logic to it because you can put all the right shit in there and it will still go, excuse me, fuck you who? There's your first F-bomb of the night. That's pretty much what my computer was doing. Oh, you want to make babies with her? Okay. What? Ow. Well, sweetheart, if it's meant to be, she will come back to you. And seeing as how we's talking about women folk, I went to the Onion because I saw this earlier on Twitter. And I thought, well, okay, if I'm going to open anything from Twitter, it's going to be something from The Onion. Just saying. So, damn, it's just, y'all have absolutely no idea how wonderful it is to be able to open up links again. Okay, from The Onion. When is this dated? This is dated today, even. American Voices. Saudi Arabia lifts ban on women drivers. Booyah! I did see some pictures earlier today. They have a new model for just the women over in Saudi Arabia to drive. They cars with their own very own burqa. It's quite impressive, actually. Oh, wow. Okay. So, let's see. Saudi Arabia announced Tuesday that it will allow women to obtain a driver's license, ending the country's long-standing ban on women drivers. So what do you think? Okay, guys, what do you think of women drivers? Come on, give it to me straight. Oh. That's true, Moosey. Don't make looks number one thing. Seriously. Because you never know. You could, get home and find out that, once all the war paint gets washed off and the girdle comes off and all that other fun shit, it ain't necessarily what you said it was. Up, F-Chan X has left. Bye, sweetheart. Hi, Meisterbrower. I see you. Okay, so back to this. These are just different comments, apparently, that people made, according to The Onion. What a great leap forward for Saudi men who need some errands run. That's from Douglas Churn from Seed Sower. How about this one? Ronald Levine from The Ice Scraper. Hopefully, this makes it twice as easy to bum a ride to the historic ruins of Mada Saleh. Is that how you say that? Whatever. And then from Tricia Haggerty, who's from Playlister, she says, and yet, in Oregon, I'm still not allowed to pump my own gas. I hate when that happens. Man, all these people weighing in on that, and I still want to see what it costs to get one of them cars that come with their own burqa. Because that sure would make life a lot easier when it comes to scraping windows. Well, and Grimmy, you know what? Women drive men crazy and men drive women crazy. So, hey, it works. Because the craziest or the scariest part of any automobile is the nut holding the wheel. So there you go. Okay. Oh, it's still raining in Alaska? We're supposed to get rain tomorrow. Can you play poker? Yes, you may, Meisterbrow. And smoke cigars? Yes, you may, Meisterbrow. If you feel like you wish to, you just go right ahead and do that. Okay. I'll go ahead and put this over here on this effing site as well. Now that I have. Yay! Now that I can play again. So, we'll just do that one, because it is The Onion after all. Okay, I'm going to go back to my pocket. Okay, I saw this one earlier, and man, talk about crazy. Crazy, I tell ya. Good old shitlery. And I know there's going to be people out there. I actually got unfriended by someone over on Facebook because I gave shitlery shit. And trust me, I'm just crushed about it. So this is from nowtheendbegins.com. Meltdown. Crazy. Hillary calls Charlie Rose, or tells Charlie Rose that she fears that Trump has ordered the killing of people and journalists. Even. Wow. Methinks someone is pointing one finger and they've got three fingers pointing back at themselves. That's what methinks. Apparently, during a conversation with Charlie Rose, Shitlery compared Trump to Russian President Vladimir Putin, whose relationship with Trump has particularly drawn scrutiny from demon craps and the media. Clinton discussed her ideas on Trump's views of democracy, saying that she hopes the POTUS is not exactly like Putin in every way. Oh, I wonder what she is implying. She said Monday on Bloomberg News that President Donald Trump-Silskin has tendencies towards authoritarianism. Blah, 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 blah. Spit that out. Adding that she hopes he has not ordered the killing of people and journalists, as Russian President Vladimir Putin has been accused of doing. Apparently, in the editor's note, Hillary Clinton's post-election rehash fantasy, What Happened?, started out with a nice comedic feel, containing page after page of side-splitting humor. But now that has morphed into a serious mental illness, as seen in her latest interview with Charlie Rose. And the last time I checked, no one has posted a Trump body count like they have for the Clintons. Well, you know, Trumples has a tendency to like to destroy you financially first, you know, before he does anything else. What is that? What are you guys talking about? If you want to breastfeed in public, Meisterbrower, and you got a little one that needs breastfeeding, well, I guess you just go for it, hon. Let's see. Da, da, da. Assume. Oh, yes, I love that word, assume. Okay. So, back to my little article here. Apparently, during a conversation with Charlie Rose, she compared Trump-Silskin to Vladimir, whose relationship with Trump has particularly drawn scrutiny from them demon crappies. She discussed her ideas on Trump's view of democracy, saying that she hopes he's not exactly like Putin in every way. I don't think he really values democracy, Charlie. I don't think, you know, it kind of sort of takes one to know one, doesn't it? He doesn't value democracy, so he's not a Democrat? You know, little d? Oh, Charlie, go for those tough questions. Yeah. To which Clinton replied, no, he's not. He's a top-down guy. What's a top-down guy? I apparently don't understand. And oh, wait a minute. So he's an authoritarian. And he has tendencies towards authoritarianism, which, okay, he's an egotistical bastard. So what part of that does not equate with authoritarian asshat? Most egotistical bastards are authoritarian asshats as well. It's just kind of the way they roll. So, back to... So apparently Charlie Rose asks her, so he's no different than Putin? And Clinton says that she did not say Trump was different from the Russian autocrat, instead saying he hopefully doesn't commit the same crimes as Putin. Okay, so Putin has committed crimes that you're alluding to. Have there been any results? Has anybody brought charges against him? Or is he kind of like you and not had charges brought against him because, well, people fear for their lives with even saying something untoward? Putin's government uses strict regulation and state power to restrict press freedom. Whatever would make you think I would be offended, Meisterbrower? You'd have to go with grandma sex? Oh, sweetie. Wow. Are you sure you want to go there, Meisterbrower? That might not be safe. Us granny women, you know, we can be kind of dangerous. You never know. We got canes and walkers and shit. You may find... Oh, I'll just move along. Oh, well. No offense taken, hun. That is kind of funny, though. What's that? Oh, scraggly sperm. Okay. Oh, that's true, free enslaved. He cannot ever get between her and her cubs. Most definitely. Okay, back to this shitlery thing. Let's see. Oh, and reports have shown cases where journalists who have been critical of the Russian leader died under suspicious circumstances. Gee, I wonder who else has reporters and, people that would be in the know that, when they start saying what they know, they die from suspicious circumstances. Wonder if Clinton is referring to stories published in outlets such as the New Yorker or the New York Times or the National Review that assign guilt to Putin in those cases. Are they assigning any guilt to Shitlery? Apparently, she frequently took digs at Trump's statements about Putin in which he called for improved relations with Russia. Clinton tried to do the same thing as Secretary of State in the Obama administration, but she has since moved from the dovish position. Really? No, she's moved from that position because it's no longer politically expedient. Now she's doing an end run from the other side. And yeah, you can call Trump still gonna creep if you want to, Shitlery, but God, takes one to know one. I mean, you look in the mirror and Creeper Magoo, let me tell ya. What's that? Slim Jim, one of these days I'm gonna want to have to hear those retard noises. Just saying. Do what? Okay. What if you got... Oh. Now you guys are just getting really crazy. Okay. Frumpy is confirmed an old person? Oh, geez. Frumpy's a young whippersnapper yet. You guys are just entirely too funny. Maybe a girl that has children would not wish to date you. Do you ever think of that? That could very well be true as well. Sometimes females that have children get a little bit more picky about who they want hanging around with their kids. Just saying. Okay, we'll do the little Pharaoh Froggy. Okay. I'm going to go back to my pocket now that I've had my little Shitlery meltdown. So, okay. Okay, did y'all see this? This is weirder than weird. What? Yes, Frumpy, she has. Throwing her personality on... Well, honey, she's pointing one finger at someone else, forgetting that she's got three fingers pointing back at herself. Okay. This one is from strangesounds.org. And I don't remember, it may have been on Minds that I saw this earlier today, and I thought, whoa, that's just wild. Is Beetle listening? Beetle, honey, are you listening? 'Cause this is some freaky deaky shit that you would get into. Apparently, is Brazil bracing for the next huge storm as water disappears from beaches in Guaratuba, Brazil? I'm sure I buggered that name up, but hey. Scientists say the ocean receding phenomenon is due to a huge storm sucking up the waters and building up a storm surge, which could very well be, or it could be ocean floor earthquakes that are sucking up the water away from the coast, getting ready for a tsunami. That kind of stuff happens as well. But man, multiple coasts, I would be concerned. This is, however, the fourth time that such an anomaly or anomalous tidal effect is recorded along the Atlantic coast of Brazil. And Prior of Uruguay. Okay, what is Prior of Uruguay? Is that... do you have a map? No map! Just coast? Shit. So, I doubt that each time a giant hurricane, that the power of Irma was the cause, and I haven't heard of any. So what's going on along the Atlantic's southern or South American coast? There are multiple pictures here, and it really is kind of weird. And there's a video attached to this that I listened to, which is kind of the reason why I stuck this in my pocket and why I wanted to share this. It is very presto strangeo. And they're saying that around Pensacola this happened as well. So I'm just kind of sort of wondering, has anybody else really been... Charlie Rose is some stupid interviewer that, he works for one of them MSM places. Let's see. Yeah, Frumpy, that would be a good interview because she does have the insight because, well, she basically just reflects on herself anyway. So, but y'all might want to check out that thing with Brazil because that is really pretty freaky. I mean, that normally when you have coastlines that become bare like that, you got a tsunami coming or something. So there is stuff going on in the ocean. And, the aliens are stealing the water. I gotta admit, that actually did pop into my head earlier today when I saw that. It's like, what the hell? I wonder if maybe... Hey, maybe the poles are going through a quick freeze, and so all of that ice is just accumulating on the poles, but they don't want us to know that because, well, that works against the narrative that they've had of global warming. Climate change happens because climate changes. That's part of climate. That's how it works. Doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be beneficial for humanity or for the rest of life on Mother Earth. Because, she may just be to the point where she's tired of our shit and thinking, okay, it's time to get, take that global Etch-a-Sketch and give it a good shake. Oobla-dee, oobla-da, life goes on, fucking hippies? What? I'm a hippie. What's this? Oh, Oblivion movie. Cool. Oh, so the aliens are through. That would probably work really well for like margaritas because then you wouldn't have to put salt along the rim, would you? Of course, they would bitch because their drink was watered down. But hey, can't have everything now, can you? Okay. La-di-da. Okay, I got to go to this one simply because, number one, it's on NPR, and I gotta mess with some people. Because I saw there were people going, what? NPR? No, that just totally messes with my head. But this is Cherokee Purple, the story behind one of our favorite tomatoes. And the reason I'm going here is because I have one of those Cherokee Purple tomato plants. This year when I was purchasing tomato plants, I made sure that I got heirloom tomato plants. And this was one of them. And oh man, I got to tell you, these are the best tasting tomatoes ever. Oh my God, I've been saving seeds. I really have because, yeah. Ice shelves are growing. Yeah, they probably are. Okay, so fortunately for those of us who are suckers for novelty, every year fruits and vegetables seem to come in more bewitching colors, shapes, and flavors. That's because they genetically modify shit, which genetic modification is not the same. I mean, it's like an umbrella thing for hybridization, but hybridization is not genetic modification. The very fine line that they're walking there. Apparently, we've even gotten a glass gem corn, which is a variant orange Turkish. Oh, and you also have very vibrant orange Turkish eggplant, which, okay, an orange eggplant would actually look more appetizing than a purple one. A purple one just makes me want to go, gack. So, if you go to the farmer's market this year, tomatoes are strutting their stuff in all sorts of glorious and quirky hues. You got your green striped ones, your white ones, which I've never seen white tomatoes, your pink ones, which I've grown those. They're not real hardy. They don't work real well out here. Indigo, and even purplish brown, which is the purple Cherokee, is a purplish brown that goes down into a red. They boast intriguing names like Mortgage Lifter, Arkansas Traveler, Pink Berkeley Tie-Dye, and some are true heirlooms that are passed down over decades or centuries. And others are brand new to the world, the progeny of the latest crossbreeding experiments, which is hybridization. When you crossbreed, that's what when you hybrid. Or when you have cross-pollination that goes on in nature. I've had that happen as well. So, we got to wondering just who, besides farmers, is to thank for this expanding panoply. And we learned that while there are many professional breeders tinkering with the desirable traits that show up in the new variants, amateur breeders and passionate seed savers and collectors also play a vital role in discovering fruit and vegetable varieties guarded and nurtured by families over generations. Every now and then, these amateurs convince seed companies that the rest of the world will want to enjoy something they've discovered. Now, Craig, who is, I'm not going to butcher his last name, who's a retired chemist from Raleigh, North Carolina, can take credit for introducing us to the Cherokee Purple tomato, one of the most popular heirlooms grown and sold today. Now, also, I've got to remind you, this was published in August of 2015. So, the ones that I planted this year are a couple years beyond this, and yet they're still ever so scrumdiddlyumptious. Oh, and I already shared that. Damn it. See how I am. So, there I am. So, if you've forgotten, or you'd be forgiven if your first impression of this fruit, with its ungainly bulges and tones of brown, green, and purple, was dismissive. But its flavor consistently knocks socks off, which, yes, it does. With its balance of sweet, acid, and savory, and even a hint of smoke. And see, they use all those fancy words, and I just say it's really yummy. Craig is, it's fair to say, obsessed with tomatoes and their stories. With more than 3,000 varieties, he has one of the largest personal tomato collections in the country. And in his small yard at his home in the Raleigh suburbs, he can only grow 200 plants. So each year he must pore over his collection to decide what makes the cut. That, to me, would be very difficult, to make that kind of a decision when you've got all those choices. Wow, that would be hard. Apparently an avid gardener for much of his life, he joined the Seed Savers Exchange in 1986 and began connecting with other gardeners and seed savers to trade tips and favorite varieties, which I save seeds from whatever I grow the previous year. If it works out really well, I will save some of those seeds so I can replant the next year. And it's served me pretty well. I rarely have to buy seeds, but when I do, I'm getting more and more disappointed with them. Apparently, he had built a reputation as a tomato connoisseur, joining a small group of other hardcore tomato seed savers committed to reviving heirlooms. Yes, you end up in my garden, goddammit. But see, Sock Puppet had asked about tomatoes the other day, and he was wanting to know if with the way that they're being shipped and stuff, if that's part of the reason why the skin is tougher, some of that has to do with the traits of the plant. And y'all really need to know this. You're going to have to feed yourself. So, you'd be surprised how many people just plain do not understand where food comes from. No, it does not come from the produce section in the grocery store or the dairy section or the meat section. That's just where you purchase it. It doesn't just magically appear in there. And people need to learn to take care of themselves and grow their own. And kind of sort of the reason why I'm going here is because this seed here, or the plant that I planted this year, which did wonderful. Kansas weather is not necessarily conducive to happy plants. I gotta say that, because we had some freaky ass extremes out here. And so any kind of garden plant that survives very well in our weather conditions, you can bet your sweet ass I'm gonna be telling people about that one. So, in any case, let's get back to... Apparently, one day in 1990, a packet of tomato seeds arrived at his home in the mail with a handwritten note. The sender was John Green from Sevierville, Tennessee, who wrote that the seeds came from very good tomatoes he'd gotten from a woman who received them from her neighbors. Okay, I know you're just yanking my chain, sweetie. Oh, yay! I'm glad you grow your own tomatoes. But just in case nobody else knows, sometimes you gotta explain things. In any case, the neighbor did say that this variety had been in their family for 100 years, and that the seeds were originally received from Cherokee Indians. So, and I didn't realize this, that you can actually, go back and see the ancestry of these seeds. It just never popped into my head to even look back on this stuff. But it really is kind of amazing. And I didn't realize that there were hardcore seed savers either. I just thought I was just one of those weird people that whatever worked out really well in my garden, I saved some seeds for next year because I'm a tight ass. And I don't want to have to go buy seeds. So, I didn't realize that there's like groups out there that do that shit. I'm going to skip along a little bit here. Let's see. Okay, apparently he says it's an ugly tomato, which it really isn't a very pretty tomato. And most of the tomatoes that you can buy are either the yellow or the red tomatoes, but now they're starting to get those lovely, the orange varieties and like this Cherokee purple and there are some that, they're supposed to stay predominantly green, which is just, I've had fried green tomatoes and they were okay, but it's not something that I would go out of my way to do all the time. But in any case, I also did not realize that the Smithsonian had a garden it's called the Victory Garden. It's at the National Museum of American History. And apparently, let's see, what's his name? Joe Brunetti, who is the horticulturalist there, says that it is quite conceivable that the Cherokees were growing tomatoes in Tennessee over 100 years ago. And he says that they also grow this Cherokee purple at the Victory Gardens because it tolerates humidity and diseases here better than other dark tomatoes, which, yes, I did not have tomato blight on that plant, which is really good. It wasn't nearly as finicky because sometimes tomatoes get very finicky when you water them and you get the leaves wet. It didn't have a problem with that so much. Basically that one and my Roma tomato were the ones that did really good. So I'm saving seeds from both of those. So, in any case, In 2015, Seeds of Change, which is another seed company, made the Cherokee Purple the poster child of its new initiative of Save the Flavors, and is giving away free seeds to encourage people to keep heirloom varieties like it going. So, just so you know, if you have some, if you do a garden and you have plants that do well, please be sure to save back some of those seeds, because you do not want to be stuck with having to deal with, like the Monsanto seeds, because Monsanto owns an awful lot of those seed companies. Excuse me. And so, save your seeds back. It's pretty damn awesome to be able to, know where your seed came from. And that's the other thing with, like GMO seeds. A lot of times, if you save some of the seed back from something that you might suspect is a genetically modified, it's sterile. The seeds are sterile. And so they won't produce a plant the next year. So that's a really good way to know. And be able to steer away from some of that shit is trial and error, and word of mouth, or cybernetic word of mouth, however you wish to put that. But yeah, we all need to be doing, saving some seeds. And I think I may even get Lovely Circle's mailing address and send her some of these seeds. Yeah, I haven't seen Sock for a while. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's see. Hooty Doody Waddy? Sock? No. Okay. I am going to share this over here on Fakeybook as well. That is true. Okay. Something that I shared earlier today. Football, beer, and above all gambling filled up the horizon of the minds. To keep them in control was not difficult. George Orwell, 1984. That guy was pretty prophetic, which is sad. That's not a good thing that Orwell's 1984 is actually coming to pass. But okay, let me get this shared. So I may even have to put that over on Twitter. What the hell? The wall just got... Somebody's playing with the wall over here. That's funny, Joel. Smartass. Over here on Twitter. Man, and people are still talking. So what's the deal with the frickin' taking the knee? I gotta go there. I just gotta. Because y'all are making me nuts with your taking the knee bullshit, and we gotta do something about this. They're so bad. We're going to burn our season tickets. We're going to do this. Really, number one, they're frickin' professional athletes. That's number one. Number two, if you stop to think that how many of those stadiums are actually built with taxpayers' dollars, not the money that they rake in, the team itself, because those teams rake in a shitload of money, trust me. And yet the taxpayers wind up footing the bill. And not just for football stadiums, also for NASCAR tracks. Just about any kind of professional sporting venue. The taxpayers wind up footing the bill on that shit. And not just once, but twice. Because then they go, oh, well, we built a new stadium, so it's going to cost more for you to get into the games. So they get you beforehand, and then they get you every time you go. I say just stop going. I stopped watching professional football years ago. And it's not, well, part of it was because I went with my daughter to a game, and although, yeah, through the shivers, it was an okay game, and the Chiefs won, so it was like, okay, home field won, but it was colder than a frickin' witch's tit, number one, and everything was exorbitant prices. I mean, cripes, a small cup of hot cocoa that was cold by the time we got to where we could start going up the steps to our seat was just absolutely... It was $8 for that small cup of hot cocoa that was not hot once you took 20 steps away from purchasing the hot cocoa. It's bullshit. Why do this stuff? It's just, ugh. And yet everybody is up in arms over this stuff. They are not going out there and smashing windows. They are not destroying someone else's property. They aren't doing any of that other fun crap. They're taking a knee, or they're sitting down, or they're linking arms, or they're whatever the hell. So what? And I know there was a time where I did the national anthem and I did the Pledge of Allegiance. I understand that, and that's part of why I get so cranky with this shit, is I was there. I understand, and yet it's like, come on, just open your eyes just a wee bit. Don't be so damn close-minded, people. And realize that you're being played. Literally. And multiple meanings of that word. Okay. Yeah, Java Doctor 2. Patriotism. And see, that's the other thing. People really pay, and quite literally through the nose sometimes. You know, because people are doing their patriotic duty, and they're going off to fight for our freedoms and all that other rah-rah-ree, kick 'em in the knee stuff that you get. Because, well, you know, you're supposed to go do these things to protect the motherland, which is not being attacked or invaded at all. But we've got to protect the motherland, so we're going to go over there and bomb some democracy into other people. But who is it that pays for that patriotism? It's the people that are over there minding their own frickin' business, don't realize what the hell's going on until bombs start dropping on their heads. And it's the people that go over there and fight those bad people that they were told those people are bad people because they want to take our freedoms. And then when they get home, they realize that's not what's going on. That's what's sad. That's where I say, yes, you need to support the military. You need to help them understand that we don't want them doing that anymore. We don't want them fighting and dying so that some son of a bitch can make a shitload of money through the military-industrial complex. You know, people like Henry Ford that made money off of both sides of World War II. People like Bayer Aspern that is just one of the little conglomerates out of World War II. You know, this stuff just makes me crazy. It really does. I want to go up to every one of those people in service and say, thank you. I truly appreciate where your heart is, but please don't do this. Please don't. Because, honey, you've been sold a bill of goods, and you're the one that's going to lose an arm or a leg or your life for this. That's true, Frumpy. The Department of Defense paid the teams to go on the field for the national anthem in 2009. Yep. And I think this is all part of their long-range plan. I mean, put a tinfoil hat on me all you want. But I really believe this is part of the long-range plan. You know, they get the teams to start going out there during the singing of the national anthem. And then somewhere along the way, they start this bullshit of, well, you know, Of course, I think they're so far ahead of us in this game playing thing because they've had a lot more practice at it. They've been at it for centuries. But, we've got to catch up. We've got to figure out what the hell the game plan is and quit falling for it. Quit letting them get us in the feels, because that is the basic thing that they're doing. They've got people that know how people work. And they get you in the feels every time. They get me. I got to admit it. There are times when I just get massive butt puckers and then I have to stop and think, wait a minute here. What's going on that they're trying to get me so worked up with, and not just me, but everyone so worked up with this little thing over here that really in the grand scheme of things don't mean doodly shit. So, yeah, they have long-range game plans, and they have contingency plans upon contingency plans. And we need to start making our own plans and just stop paying attention to them. And yes, they've got the money and they've got the power, but you know what? Do we really need money? Really? Really? Stop and think about it. Because that is their control mechanism, is the money. If we just stop playing the money game, and I know it has to start on the mindset level. Everything starts with the thought, with the idea. Everything. Then comes the word, then comes the action. But you have to have the thought first. But if you just start just little incremental things, stop paying for this, work out trades with your neighbors, work out to where barters or trading time instead of money, and just start abandoning their money shit. I know it's going to take time and it's little baby steps, but I think that's the best way to get them. Stop buying their shit. Yeah, that's right, Slim Jim Flim. I probably just heard it on InfoWars. Because Alec Jones is my hero. Ah. I can't do Alex Jones. That guy he's got a voice that grabs you at the base of your spine and just makes your legs start twitching and you want to go up and hug someone around the neck till they shut the fuck up. Trust me. By the way, Frumpy, since you was talking about it, because I do happen to have that in my pocket, the Blacklisted News article about that. I'll just go ahead and drop that in the chat. I won't go there. Okay. So, and then I'll just go ahead and close that shit. Because, yeah. That's about all the time they're going to get. I just can't. I can't get all excited about that shit anymore. Just plain can't. Okay, what else? There was something else I wanted to go to. This is another one that I think Beetle would really enjoy, because it is along his forte. And I believe it was Larry Woods that shared this last week, and I just plain didn't get around to it because it was squirrel. From humanresonance.org, ultrasound pulsations induce earthquakes. Ha ha. And this was actually written December 3rd of 2011. Cosmic channels and extraterrestrial informants are buzzing with incoming predictive data concerning the patterns of seaquakes and resulting tsunamis that has already destroyed several nuclear reactors in Japan, releasing vast amounts of radiation into our atmosphere and a series of explosions. Which, anybody else paying attention to those explosions going on in Oregon? The hell's going on with that shit? You don't see anything in corporate lame-ass propaganda system about that. These unfolding events pose a grave danger to all life on Earth and are being very closely monitored by advanced extraterrestrial civilizations and higher consciousness beings who occupy themselves with the oversight of nescient civilizations such as our own. We are currently traversing a volatile stage in our development, apparently. I did not realize this was all going to be all alien-y stuff, but hey, I liked the pictures. I know. See, it got me in the feels. Apparently, artificial manipulation of the ionospheric processes, hey, I actually spit that out, is now being conducted on a daily basis by the secret global military-industrial complex. You know those ones that are talking our best and brightest young people into going over and fighting wars that they really got no business doing. It's a direct weaponization of the wireless free energy technologies, and they say invented by Nikola Tesla, but I don't think he necessarily invented them. I think he just stumbled across them. He probably tapped into the Akashic field, because I don't know that anything that's been done of late is really invented. It's just rediscovered. The advanced geoengineering capabilities of terrestrial human technology can be seen across the entire sky as iridescent plasma cloud formations, which, yes, I have seen some of those in the last few years. Evidence for the artificial induction of the March 11th, 2011 Fukushima seaquake was recorded both by ground-based and space-based instruments. The ground-based HARP facility in Alaska was activated 2 days prior to the magnitude 9 event off Sundia, is that how you say that? Off of Japan, as revealed by the publicly available HARP magnetometer data. I did not know they had a publicly available magnetometer. That sounds like something out of DC Comics. The 2.5 hertz ultra-low frequency broadcast from Alaska was focused onto the submerged fault line through the coordinated efforts of various ground-based, sea-based, and space-based HARP facilities. The ultra-low frequency broadcasts of the ground stations became amplified and focused by the mobile sea and space-based HARP platforms. And if you want to see more evidence of this, just go back and look on YouTube. There's video of Hurricane Harvey and how that bad boy re-energized multiple times over the same place. It's more evidence. You don't believe that? Check out all the hurricanes that have gone magnitude 5 in the Atlantic region lately. Yeah, tell me that's natural. Apparently, these are precisely geopositioned in a coordinated attack designed by sophisticated wave triangulation software. And by these complex means, dozens of distinct emitters are focused into a single point in the upper atmosphere, causing the formation of rows of rainbow-colored parallel waves that expand into high-altitude, glowing and circular plasma clouds. Now, I haven't seen the circular plasma clouds, but I've seen some freaky-ass color shit going on. The definitive infrared signature of ionospheric manipulation was documented by satellite directly above the epicenter of the March 2011 earthquake and published in the online journal Physics ARXIV. So, I'm going to go ahead and share this link so y'all can look at some of these images. Okay. Apparently, these circular formations of atmospheric plasma are a stunning harbinger of disaster that have been recorded on video and above many megaquake events over the course of the last few years, including the one in Sichuan, China, and the one in Bio off of Chile. And they continue to appear in greater numbers of amateur videos posted on YouTube, which, people asking if it's HARP or if it's UFOs. I'm thinking it's HARP. The artificially generated aurora formation acts as a lens to reflect the ultra-low frequency waves back towards the Earth, eventually inducing a severe earthquake directly below the plasma formation. And I wonder if maybe they're just tweaking on that now, excuse me, so that they can give a little boost to hurricanes that are losing their poop, if you know what I mean. It also goes on to say the U.S. National Weather Service has secretly weaponized the NEXRAD stations for ultra-low frequency weather manipulation. Aha, see, just what I was talking about. Hence the name Next Generation Radar. And has unleashed hundreds of tornadoes and severe storm cells in the past year that have torn through many areas in Midwest U.S., leaving wide swaths of destruction in Oklahoma and Missouri. Or Missouri. But every time I go there, it's misery. Okay, this is 2011. There's been more since then. The meteorological radar cover story for weather manipulation technologies has also been extended to the genocidal use of sea-based platforms that are falsely identified as missile defense radar stations. In fact, these facilities are giant mobile HARP platforms designed to focus several arrays of microwave antenna receivers/emitters into a single spot in the sky for earthquake induction by ionospheric lensing. Doesn't that sound just wonderful? And yes, Tesla did warn about this. The gigantic proportions of the sea-based HARP platforms match the massive $900 million cost for each one of them as well. And they're all billed to, wait for it, the U.S. taxpayers. Because, well, you know, we don't mind paying for football stadiums and NASCAR tracks, so let's pay for weather modification shit as well. And we'll say it's for your own good and for safety purposes to keep us all safe. Yeah. And submissive. So, how many of these ionospheric manipulation behemoths are presently maneuvering into coordinated attack positions all over the globe? How many of them are playing tag down in the Mexican Gulf right now? Or maybe I should say the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic along the eastern seaboard of USA. Not only are the active locations of these sea-based HARP attack platforms kept absolutely secret, but even the directional orientation of the various arrays are secretively shielded from satellite observation by giant white radomes. Ooh, radomes. So they've got condoms on them. How cool is that? So they're protected while they fuck us with the weather. How considerate of them. We won't get a venereal disease from the sky. Otherwise, the targeted regions could be deduced. Ooh. Well, you know, we're learning to see this shit on radar anyway, because Google Maps, Google Maps is so good at, you know, kind of blurring shit out. Of course, Google also. No, Sock, I did not get your messages on the other network because my Opera won't let me in there. Or it wouldn't let me in there. Let me check and see, hon. I'm having computer issues today, so okay. Let me see if I can get Crush and Run real quick to come up. See if it will let me. Nope. There we go. Let's try this. Nope, Opera still won't let me in there. So, I'll try and open it later. Sock. Sorry, hun. Opera is being hinky with me tonight, and I don't know why. Okay, back to this loveliness. So, one look at the humongous inner rotary array antenna array with the capability for skyward angle adjustment immediately brings to mind the large wireless power transmission antenna invented by Nikola Tesla over 120 years ago. Apparently, also the lengthy series of deathbed confessions by let me get this spit out right. Nazi/CIA espionage agent Otto Skorzeny won't be after the next couple days. Well, honey, let me see. Let me see if I can do it over here in, maybe Firefox will let me in. Hey, there we go. Web chat, crushandrun.net. See if it will let me in over here on my Firefox. Nope, problem loading page. That sucks. It won't let me in. Oh, our internet shit is doing hinky stuff again too. Yes, they're upgrading our internet out here again. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Grammy. Let's see. Okay. Thanks, Grim. Yay! Now I'm identified. Okay. Thank you, Grimmy. You're so awesome. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Okay, back to. I'm already in there, Grimmy. Okay. No, I haven't watched BattleBots. Okay. Well, Sock, honey, I'm in here. Do I need to click there? No. Oh, there's a message. Thank you, Sock. Da, 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 da. Or nope. Nope. I had 60 seconds to get it before. Okay. Well, I'm in there, but I don't know, Sock. I'll see if I can't get into it at work again and pull them up. Because if I can, then I can throw them in my pocket and I can play with them on Friday. Because you know me, I find stuff in my pocket from months ago. And I can make it topical. By the way, Sock, did you see the thing on the Cherokee Purple? I'll put that in Crush and Run. How's that sound, hun? There. Put that there. Fluky! Thank you, Fluke. Yay, Fluky. What did you give me, honey? What? What is that? Okay. Free and open source. What? Oh. Okay. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. Wow. This thing goes on for quite a while. So I'm just going to go ahead. Did I share it already over there in the chat, y'all? You need to check this shit out. Larry Woods is the one that shared it. So... Oh, like watching TV and claiming you don't, but you're caught. I watch Netflix. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. What else do I have? You know what? I am going to go. Seeing his house. Sorry, Sock, honey. I'm going to close Twitter. And I'm closing the Onion tube because, yeah, I'm bored with it. So, I got to go to the pig. Let's see what's going on in the pig. Oh, Frumpy. You wouldn't have done that, would ya? It really is very fascinating. You need to read the whole thing. I need to finish reading the whole thing, but yeah. That is really very freaky deaky kind of stuff. I'm going to put this over in the effing site as well, just so that I have multiple places that I can find it again. Because y'all know me, I have a tendency to push buttons. And then I'm like totally screwed. So, let's see. We'll do that, and we'll do that, and we'll do that. Yeah, because we're reading. Okay. Over to the Free State of Pig, which, hey, Porcus, I hope you are doing well, and I hope you heard me giving shit about people with pinched nerves and having surgery, because Porcus was having a problem with that, and I hope to God you didn't go through with that surgery. To hell! Getting your discs fused where you have a nerve pinch, that doesn't exactly sound like the smartest option to me. Go to a chiropractor, honey. Okay, the word of the day over here on the pig is Capitol Hill. It's an infamous, reality-insulated region of the Twilight Zone that's inhabited by morons, meatheads, and mutants whom you wouldn't trust to clean out porta potties. No, I would not, because I'd be afraid that they would take all of that stuff that they cleaned out of there and try and serve it up to me the next day, which is what they do on a regular basis anyway. It's just verbally. Assholes. In the quotable quotes section, billionaires and millionaires linking arms and taking knees in unity for what? There are brave men and women in real uniforms, but you won't find them on the football field. Actually, you probably would. Some of them, yeah. And you'll find them in the military and law enforcement. They're not famous. They're not rich. But they're our very best. They put their lives on the line every day, and they're being disrespected. Okay. Okay, that's your opinion, honey. Football players are not doctors who care for the sick, inventors who improve the quality of life, scientists who find breakthrough medicines. They're fake activists, and they're increasingly fake entertainers. Okay, you may think they're fake activists. Some of them may really, honestly, and truly have a problem with the way things are going in this country. They're not hurting anybody. They're not smashing windows or lighting fires. The NFL has revealed itself as a collection of spoiled narcissists where self-aggrandizing group think it's celebrated. This is about free speech. It's about the American people and particularly the fans, increasingly repulsed by the antics on the football field. Mark Levine. Thank you, Mark Levine. Now, how about you check out any time that stuff's going on in Congress and Senate? And you see how many of those people are standing with their hand on their heart during the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem or any of that other appropriately patriotic stuff that goes on at the start of whatever session they're starting. You would probably be amazed at how few of your selected representatives actually stand up. But oh, by God, they will stand up and be heard when they want to point at someone else who's not standing up. Yeah. How many of the assholes that are out there all pissy-assed are patriotic? And I'm not saying, oh, I wave the flag, I do the Pledge of Allegiance, I do this. No. How many of those people actually care for their fellow American and actually do the right thing every day? You don't have to wear a fucking uniform or a badge to do that. It's called being a decent human being. This shit just really pisses me off. Can you tell? It's getting me in the feels, by golly. And it's not the happy feels. It's the cranky feels. Oh, I don't care. If they want to protest, let them protest. They aren't hurting anybody. And that's what freedom of speech and freedom of expression is all about. It's not about that you find pleasing. It's also about that you find repugnant. And standing up for that as well and saying, yes, you have a right. And you know what? When all this brouhaha was going on, I actually read several op-eds. I don't know if I saved links or not, because I was really kind of cranky at the time. But I read several op-eds that were written by former military people. One gentleman served 4 terms in Afghanistan. And he said that was precisely what he fought for people to be able to express themselves in a peaceful manner without hurting anyone. That's what he fought for. He did not feel disrespected. It's those that demand respect that feel disrespected. If you know you're doing your best, you don't need someone else to confirm for you. All you need is knowing you did your best. This is all just a bunch of brouhaha to keep you distracted from the other bullshit that's going on in the world. Now I'm done. I'm sick of it. I'm done. So, this date in history, the 27th of September, 1904. Big Apple cops arrest a woman for smoking in an automobile. Egad! And now, in Oregon, you're not allowed to smoke or drink or anything while operating a motor vehicle. This date in history, the 27th of September, 1919. The Democratic National Committee decides to give the female half of humanity a seat at the table. San Fran Nan laughs demonically, and plans her hostile takeover. Yeah, San Fran Nan, the Botox biatch. How the hell that woman keeps getting reselected is just beyond me. And finally, this date in history, the 27th of September, 1938. The League of Nations to the Empire of Japan. What are you doing to China sucks. Or what you are doing to China sucks. Knock off that aggression. Empire of Japan, you toothless League of Nations, bite me. Whatever that is. So, was Japan picking a fight with China? Me thinking that's like the 90-pound weakling kicking sand in the face of the big bruiser on the block. Not exactly the most intelligent thing to do, but hey, who am I? Okay. Now, Sock Puppet sent. Thank you. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on the human face forever. George Orwell. Thank you, Sock. What social scientists call confirmation bias. I think I said I was done with this, and apparently I'm not done with this. And have repeatedly found to be rampant, is causing the public to be easily manipulated and has thus destroyed demon crazy by replacing news reporting and by propaganda. News that is false in a culture where lies which pump the agendas of the powerful, including lies pumped by the billionaire owners of the top snooze, spewage media and of the media that they own, are almost never published and are often not even denied to be true. Yeah. What, you gonna make something of it? I am so-and-so. Well, guess what? I am Grammy. And I know better than to say and do some of the shit y'all are doing. Apparently the lies by those powerful liars almost always succeed at enslaving the minds of the millions to believe what the top economic and powerful class want those millions of peoples to believe, no matter how false it might happen to actually be, because there is a little kernel of truth in there, but it is said in such a wonderful way that you know you must swallow it. It's delivered with a spoonful of sugar. It's called an attractive person at the news desk. Recently, a particularly stark example of this came to my attention. Oh, really? Who wrote this? Thank you, Tyler Durden. On the 15th of September, 2017, an article that I wrote for the Strategic Culture Foundation, and which was titled by a true statement that I had only recently discovered to be true, was republished at a news site that I consider to be one of the best around, Signs of the Times, or SOT for short. And a reader comment there simply rejected that title statement and the entire article because it contradicted what that person believes. This commenter entirely ignored the evidence that I had provided in the article, which proved the statement to be true. No matter how irrefutable the evidence is, most people reject anything which contradicts their deeply entrenched false beliefs. And this reader comment crystallized for me this phenomenon of confirmation bias, the phenomenon of ignoring evidence that contradicts what one believes. The article was titled, "Liberalism Doesn't Respect a Nation's Sovereignty," which liberalism doesn't respect anything but its own perspective. At least modern liberalism. I never knew the fact until I researched it, but I found, after looking through the history of the matter, that it's actually the case that liberalism, as it's understood and defined by the scholars of the subject, and as it's based upon the key formative documents of historical tradition, liberalism rejects a nation's sovereignty. This fact shocked me to discover, so I wrote an article documenting it. And SCF accepted it. And it then became republished at a few other sites, including SOT. The reader comment at SOT, which for me personified confirmation bias, was in its entirety This is a rather new twist blaming liberals for invading countries. I've always associated liberalism with the left wing and democratic progressive politics. I've always associated conservatism with the right wing, big business, militarism, and invading other countries. Trying to move the goalposts, aren't we? Well, honey, that person never even clicked onto my article's links documenting the case, nor even read the quotations given in the article itself from John Locke and from Adam Smith, who were key founders of liberalism as that tradition has come down to us. He instead ignored all of that evidence and stated entirely without evidence of any sort that I and sought and SCF for publishing it were trying to move the goalposts. Well, there you go. What is that, Grimmy? Is that one that... Oh, while we're on the subject of patriotism here. Yeah. And, yeah, Dangleberry did that as well. And so did Mooshell. So, go figure. Okay. This is a rather long article, so I'll go ahead and but I think you get the gist of it. There's an awful lot of people out there. Cognitive dissonance, is that another phrase for it? Sock, you beat me to the duck. Damn it. Okay. Oh. And did I put that there? I meant to put that here. I clicked on the wrong thing. I have entirely too many links. Okay, and where's the other one? There it is. Natural remedies. Oh, cool. That will be a good one to end with. Thank you ever so much, Sock. 24 little known miracle plants. The Navajo used for medicine. Sweet! Thank you, Sock. That will be so awesome to finish up my show, seeing as how I've been having all kinds of connective issues today. Wonder if there's something to do with connective issues. So anyone interested in living off the land or wishing to prepare themselves for a crisis would be wise to study some of the local plants. Native people had an extensive knowledge of which plants and which parts of the selected plant were valuable for certain health problems. Yes, Frumpy, that is a rampant disease, and it is becoming even worse. It has, dare I say, gone viral. So in this article, we're going to look for some of the little-known medicinal plants that were used by the Navajo Nation. Even though they lived in what would be considered a desert or areas filled with nothing but scrub brush, the Navajo found some of the best and most powerful medicinal plants in their region. Lichens, or lichens, however you wish to pronounce that, they pulled these from the rocks or trees, and these were chewed to stop mouth pain, canker sores, or sore or swollen gums. Purple loco weed, it's not just for getting high, don't you know? The leaves were crushed or boiled, and then the steam inhaled to open up airway passages and ease breathing. Desert thistle, which we have some of that lovely stuff growing here. Hi, IB Don C. Is used to stop the chills and or fevers, and is commonly given in tea form. Yes, Sock, I am naked under my clothes. You dork. White horehound. Wow, and you said that right before I said white horehound. I'm not really white, although you could call me a Grammy cracker, but I'm more of a Neapolitan. I've still got the three flavor. Well, no, okay, I've got some chocolate and an awful lot of vanilla, because I just haven't been out in the sun to get fried lately. Go figure. White horehound is used as a tea for coughs and sore throats as well. Then you also have snakeweed that was not used for snake bites but for headaches. Unlike other plants, this one was used externally by placing the wet leaves on the forehead. Also, you can, like Flash talked about the other day, a little bit of peppermint at the base of the skull. Really, really helps. Remedies for diarrhea and stomach problems is Indian paintbrush, which is used for most common stomach problems, including stomach aches, cramps, and indigestion. It's the flowers that are very sweet and tasty, although the other parts are not edible. Indian hemp, which is a relative of cannabis, cannot be consumed, but the roots were boiled to make a tea to treat intestinal worms and stop dysentery. Antelope sage, the root of this plant was brewed into a tea to stop general stomach pain and cramps. And sand verbena, which is sometimes called desert verbena, the leaves and flowers were consumed in tea form to stop stomach cramps as well as make a general soothing tonic. And I'm probably betting that a lot of these really didn't taste scrumdiddlyumptious. It's just the way a lot of those things work. Remedies for women are greasewood, which is a tea made from the leaves of the plant, and it was thought to make childbirth quicker and easier for the mother. Oh, good Lord, wish I knew about that shit back when I was still having babies. And silkweed, which is consumed as a tea. This plant is a general tonic used after giving birth. Ha! Sure. Now I find out about those. I have daughters. I have granddaughters. Granddaughters better not be worrying about that for a while, but still. Bushy bird's beak. Well, that sounds fun. The flowers and leaves are often brewed as a tea to stop or shorten the menstrual cycle. Ha ha! And things for skin issues. Artemisia, which is a plant that's used for burns, boils, and other types of skin wounds. Spurge can be eaten, and it's also used as a medicine, and spurge was ground into a paste and rubbed on the skin to stop acne and other kinds of skin problems. Green briar, the leaves of this bush were beaten into a paste and then applied to sores, burns, and open wounds. Orange whatever, yeah, I can't say that. I will butcher it. The leaves and flowers were pounded into a paste and applied to most wounds to stop infection and to speed healing. Blue corn played a vital part in the life of most Navajo because besides being consumed as food and used in ceremonies, blue corn was used to cleanse and purify the skin. Ground blue corn, which is more coarse than yellow or white corn, was a natural exfoliator, which encourages the growth of new skin by removing dead skin cells. Sweet! Sage and sagebrush. Now, yeah, I've recognized that one. This is a plant that tends to give many people hay fever, and for Navajos, the leaves and the flowers were made into a tea, which served many purposes. It was for the treatment of diarrhea, used as an eye wash, as an antiseptic for disinfecting wounds, and as a hair wash. They also said that if you drink sage tea, you will never grow old. Oh, you... Oh, Sock, you're so silly. Yeah, but your blanket fort's way over there in Florida, honey. Sorry. Goofball. That bad eye. Who's got a bad eye? Florida. I know Sock's way down in Florida. Duh. Oh. I knew you were a tan line inspector, Sock. For some silly reason, I just knew that. What the hey? Someone's going to reveal who Batman really is? Oh, no. Okay, back to this. Red juniper. The inner bark of this type of juniper was used on the hair and scalp, stopping most kinds of dandruff and itchiness. Also the yucca plant, pounded into a paste and then rubbed on the hair and scalp. It acts as a natural type of shampoo, removing grease and dirt from the hair. We have lots of yucca plants south of here. Horseweed, which is an all-around good tonic, including helping stop diarrhea, and it's used as a diuretic and an astringent. Yellow top, the gray-green leaves of this plant are the most common remedy given for spider and other insect bites. Ooh, your feelings are hurt. Oh, honey. Well, yeah, okay. Okay, a blanky house is a blanky house. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's true. Yellow top. Oh, and green gentian. It's commonly given to calm the nerves or for emotional distress. Most of these plants used in combination with another, and it was thought that by mixing plants it would cure multiple problems at one time, or that if one ingredient was ineffective, another would certainly work. So, those Navajos, you know, those darn savages that just went around and ate plants and shit like that. Crazy savages, anyway. Okay. Bats in the belfry, toys in the attic. Hey, now you're talking. That sounds like Aerosmith. I did play some Aerosmith to start off today. I was back in the saddle and I was still having troubles. Apparently I wasn't holding on right. I don't know. Oh well, y'all been listening to Grammy's Rocketeer. Holy crap. For what it is, on this Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday, and it has been a Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday because, oh my lord, between computer issues and my mouth not functioning properly and all kind of other shit, it's just plain whacked today. I just gotta tell you. In any case, I will be back Friday for the Freaker Friday edition of Grammy's Rocket Chair. I hope, once I get all of these crazy things in my damn... that is very interesting, Sock, and I'm saving that one, by the way. Yeah. What the hell, Beetle? Where the hell you been? Oh, you're just getting home. Oh, well, in any case, I will be back Friday, but I need to get the heck out of here because, yeah, I got things to do, people to see, supper to eat, that kind of stuff. So y'all have an absolutely awesome rest of